Is there any data on moral injury in terms of suicide risk?
For a long time, military moral injury has been linked to what is known as the epidemic of veteran suicide in the United States. And I tried before coming on your show today to do a little bit of digging and also to go back to some research that I've been reviewing to get the latest numbers. So let me just share a little bit of that with you, okay? Now, if you Google how many veterans per day are committing suicide in the United States, what will come up is somewhere between 17 and 18 per day. 17 to 18 veterans
Mhm.
per day are committing suicide. And Google traces that to the VA, all right?
Right.
But everybody does not agree on these numbers. So I want to share just a few other numbers with you. And honestly, I'm not sure what the truest, the most factual portrayal is here. So I'm just sharing various things. So from one study, the results of the 2019 to 2020 National Health and Resilience in Veterans Study, the Department of Veteran Affairs concluded that 28 veterans were dying by suicide every day in 2019.
Boy.
That was their conclusion then. They also concluded that the suicide rate among U.S. military veterans had climbed more than 50% between 2005 and 2019. So that's a really alarming statistic, isn't it?
Mhm.
Now, a few more statistics. We have sent between 2.5 to 2.7 million troops into combat since 9/11. That's a lot of people.
Yep.
Suicide rates have been trending upwards since the mid-2000s. Initially, after 2012, there was a little decrease, but then after 2013, it started increasing again. And it worsened in those years that I just mentioned, 2018 to 2019. Here's one other really alarming statistic that maybe people don't know. Young veterans, age 18 to 34, who served in post 9/11 conflicts, have a suicide rate higher than any other group. Theirs is 2.5 times the rate of the general population.
Jesus.
45.9 per 100,000 people. I think that's something that a lot of people aren't aware of.
For sure.
That's incidents, yeah.
That was from the Office of Mental Health and Suicide Prevention in 2020.
Did they give any rationale?
So that's a really great question. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Um, at least three huge categories, but these are not exhaustive. Combat exposure, exposure to what are called morally injurious events, and researchers now create long lists of various kinds of events that may be morally injurious, both inside and outside of combat. And then a third major category is military sexual trauma.
Mhm.
Okay.
One other statistic, and I'm not going to have the exact number, but this is something that I was reading in the research just in the last couple of weeks. Women veterans are attempting suicide at very high rates, even in some cases exceeding those of male veterans. For women,
Mhm.
the issue appears to be less a sense of having betrayed themselves, betrayed their own moral core, and more having been betrayed by someone else,
Mhm.
Makes sense.
breathed by someone else.
Yeah.
So I'll stop.
What's the difference? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is there any data on uh, women veterans suicide rates or suicide attempts versus the general population of women or
Um,
age related?
okay, so if I just was working my way through one very dense article that was trying to tease out the differences between
Hmm.
female versus male veterans. And they did acknowledge women veteran suicides are at a higher rate than men.
Mhm.
Right now, I believe that the baseline for all is about 1.5% the general population.